even in the system that they were. When I was in Makere, my classes, I was very intentional on how I taught my classes.
Yeah.
I opted to be a facilitator as opposed to a lecturer.
Yeah.
2, I allowed co-learning. We learn together.
Yeah.
I am not the epitome of knowledge.
Yeah.
If you have learned something and you think it's beneficial, let's share it. That's the second thing, that come to the realization that knowledge is not housed in one brain.
Yeah.
Knowledge is
A combination.
God is gracious.
Yeah.
Each one of us has a portion of knowledge about some of the things. When you trigger people to go and search, they will go. When you trigger people to sit back and depend on you, they will sit back. I'll say, trigger people to go and search.
Wow.
You will teach the same things, but the outcomes will be different. My final shot to those of us that are very passionate about education and want to change, when it is so painful with what you're doing, you'll do what I'm doing at Refactory. You'll choose to go against status quo. And I hope history will judge you fairly. When that time comes, I can say, yeah, I've trained about 300 people at Refactory. We've trained about, it's not only me, we've trained about 300 people at Refactory. We have about an average of about 70 to 83% placement. I can say I'm happy. I'm a very happy person because I know for a fact that the current placement rate for fresh university graduates is below 10%. So for me to be at 83%, yeah, I feel I can walk on the clouds, but I won't. There's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
And so each one of us has an individual responsibility for those of us that are in the education space.
Yeah.
And hopefully, each one of us can then create that summative change that we need to see.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Michael, for first of all blessing us with your presence and accepting the nomination from our people to come back. I know it's not been an easy journey for you, being a very busy person and what you're doing.
Yeah.
We want to say thank you so much, and we want to say thank you for, coming to the program today. And if we ever reached out to you because there's a need for you to come back,
no problem.
We hope that you'll be able to actually accept to come back. Personally, from us here at House of Talent, and of course from everyone out there, we want to say thank you.
Pleasure.
It's been a great learning of a lot of things we didn't know from you on the show, from a host perspective. It's been a great moment to have you on the show. And to all you guys out there who have been, with us on the CEO Bench and continue to be part of the CEO Bench family growing bigger and better, we want to say thank you so much. The great learning from Michael today, takeover, is to teach people to be able to research. Teach people to be able to research. That's a great learning there. And then teach people and step back and give them responsibility and see if they will do it and just correct them. But don't always be the frontline person and you are the know-it-all, the elephant in the room. When you are there, nobody says anything, you're not moving forward. And of course, from the people in our education system, Michael has taught us one thing that is very important. Do research, think about people, look at what is in the market, look at what the market is looking for, and then be able to realign yourself to fit the need of the market. Other than that, we want to say thank you. And to Michael, we want to just, bump this and say thank you very much for coming. And we're wishing you and the team at the Refactory really a great one going forward. We're definitely going to become your student very soon. And yes, thank you very much to the crew and to everyone. It's a good night or good morning or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're actually watching the show from. It's a wrap from us here. Michael and Eddie Okila signing out.
baristry is not like something that you're going to learn, and maybe at a point, yes, you may not get a job immediately, but it's a skill that you have in your head, and you can actually invent and start your own business. That's the beauty about it. Like, the more you get exposure, the more knowledge you get from different places. So for any barista out there, any young man out there who is really lacking, and they feel like, should I try it? Come on, it's time. The coffee industry is growing big in Uganda and out. Baristas are really respected people, not like before. So please join. It is really a very good adventure. Come on, down at Blue Press. We are ready for you.
What is Divine Bamboo in a nutshell?
Okay, so Divine Bamboo is an innovative forestry and energy company. It's a Ugandan company, and our mission is to stop deforestation in Uganda. We do that through the promotion of bamboo as a sustainable alternative to cutting down traditional hardwoods. So that was my motivation, really, because Uganda is losing so much tree cover. We are losing so much forest because mainly of the need to cook. So because of fuel wood in the form of charcoal and firewood, a lot of people don't have a choice but to go to the forest and cut down trees. Yeah. And so we wanted to provide an alternative to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you started to provide an alternative to this, how has this been received by the people that you're talking to?
So, of course, with any new innovation, it's not straightforward. Yeah. You don't get the idea today and then the idea is mature. Yeah. First of all, the idea, the business model takes time to develop. Yeah. And in the same way, the audience, the customers also need time to adapt to the new products and like the new plant in this case. So it's a gradual process, but I would say that we are seeing very positive change.
Okay.
Welcome to House of Talent Television. My name is Atengi Manuel. Wherever you're watching from in the world, it could be morning, could be evening, it could be afternoon. In the UK, they have a saying that any time is tea time, but here on House of Talent Television, we say any time is coffee time. Welcome to the Coffee Break Show this week. Like I said, my name is Atengi Manuel. This is House of Talent Television. Remember, you can catch us on our social media handles at HTV1. On Twitter, House of Talent, Uganda live stream on our YouTube channel, or you can head up to our Facebook on House of Talent TV Uganda and make sure you catch this show. This is the show that brings you everything about coffee, from the farmers to the baristas, to the coffee drinkers, to the enthusiasts, anything and everything about coffee. Today in the studio with me is a man who has a wide span of knowledge when it comes to coffee, and not only coffee, when it comes to agriculture, and he's here to share with us his knowledge about the coffee industry. Owen, you're very welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. I know you have a wealth of experience working for Naro. I know that you also went to Israel to do your master's, and the knowledge I believe that you're going to give us here today about coffee is going to help everyone out there. Before we get deep into this show, we're just discussing about there's a thing that we have on the show about coffee myths. Some people think that when you take coffee, ABC happens. But before the show, we're discussing about a myth that I actually hadn't heard about. Okay, in Uganda, they say that coffee was used to make bullets. I don't know how true this is.
From where I come from, Renzori sub-region, it's a childhood myth, and actually some elders still carry it on that coffee is used to make bullets, because basically the farmers didn't know what happens beyond their coffee, beyond after drying, what happens. They say, part of it is in making bullets. It's a myth. You should ask people from Renzori sub-region.
That's an interesting one. I'd actually never heard about that myth. I'd heard about other myths, but making bullets. I don't even know how you get from coffee to bullets. But yeah, I mean, those are the things that us as the coffee enthusiasts really need to clear. And I liked how you said that, it came from the farmers and they don't know what happens beyond the farm, and I believe that is a good place for us to start at. We have had people on the show and we have basically